Eminem's admitted that he loves comic books in countless interviews. He made a song for Venom, asked Marvel to make a bunch of covers of him rap battling against Spider-Man or chilling with Iron Man. There's even a comic where he teams up with Punisher to fight against Barracuda, but the story is more of a reference book to his older songs than anything else. Joe Rogan has also admitted that if his career in comedy wouldn't have taken off, he'd most likely be a comic writer.
But before that, I was an artist. I wanted to be a cartoonist. I wanted to do comic books. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an illustrator.
Samuel L. Jackson has his own comic series, and William Shatner had a comic which was ghostwritten by someone else. As we all know, comics are very popular with a lot of money and investments behind it. So it should be to no one's surprise that so many celebrities, including YouTubers, have tried to find their footing in the comic world. But most of those stories either become self-inserts or people lose interest in them the second they come out because the writer only wanted the story to be sold as screenplay. You know, like that one Mark Hamill comic no one talks about. And as far as self-inserts go, we already have an Asian American writer making Batman Asian American, a gay writer who makes Spider-Man gay, a divorcee writer who makes Spider-Man and Deadpool lose their perfect relationships, a former CIA agent who makes a war hero become a war criminal because when he was working for them, he didn't like what he saw there. So we really don't need another self-insert story unless we're talking about Moist Critical and his surprisingly good comic called God Slap. The comic in itself was cliche and basic at best. The dialogues were as if it was written by an alien, and somehow it slapped, no puns intended, harder than anything Marvel and DC put out in the past couple of years, except for Absolute Batman. It had fan service, simple and cliche, yet effective story, and most importantly, it was made solely because of Charlie's love for Power Slap and manga, which he tried to experiment and bring into the comic world, which actually worked well for him. Another great example of a YouTuber slash celebrity comic writer would be Carl from Mr. Beast. Bro somehow managed to get a contract with Dark Horse Publishing, the company who has freaking Mark Miller as one of the writers. There's also CM Punk, who somehow managed to work with both Marvel and DC and write one of the better Drax comics out there while self-inserting his wrestling expertise in the story. Which makes it even funnier knowing that Batista's the one playing Drax in the live-action version. In my opinion, self-insert becomes a problem when the writer quite literally put themselves as a hero of the story and tried to talk directly to the reader about their struggles in life, which makes it feel like trauma dumping. Case in point being T. Franklin, a queer disabled writer who makes sure all her stories include at least one character who happens to be queer and disabled. But there are good ways to insert yourself in the story. Let's not forget that Stan Lee created Spider-Man based off of a fly in his room, or that Jack Kirby wrote the personality of each superhero based off of the interactions he had in his day-to-day life. There's even a skit poking fun at Stan Lee's self-insertions.
Oh yeah, here's the Gray Chaser. Her special powers are she's 40, has no kids, and she's got a rockin' hot bod. She's only into older dudes with ponytails and liver.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that there are interesting stuff in everyone's day-to-day life, whether you're an average Joe, a celebrity, or a writer. You just have to know how to use them. But I'm curious to know what you guys think of celebrity writers in the comic books. Please let me know in the comments below, like and subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.